Welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Sol if we haven't met, and today we're going to be talking about delayed gratification. Before we begin, I want to apologize for not posting at 10 a.m. today. I'm sorry. I was a little uninspired, but this idea just hit me and I wanted to share it, and I thought better late than never. Okay, the topic we're going to be talking about is delayed gratification. And before we begin, I want to share a little Bible verse, which is man reaps what he sows. And I don't even think most people believe this, where you plant something and whatever you plant, that's what's going to grow. But not just that. It's you plant these seeds, you water them, you tend to them, and that's what's going to grow. And it's confirmed in the Bible. But there's also another thing, which is instant gratification. This is the idea where you plant something, you inject it, give it some sort of fast route to grow as a tree. And if you actually look at the nature of a tree, it should take about 10 years to grow a tree or longer. If you try to inject it, okay, sure, you might have a tree standing for a little bit, but it won't last. It doesn't have roots. And that's what's the important key distinction between taking instant gratification versus delayed gratification. When you have that delayed gratification, you have those roots, you have things to fall back on. It has supports and it has a way to be stabilized. If you don't have those roots, that tree will crumble in 2 seconds. And it's so common in our society. And I just want to give an example. Let's take my brand, Troubles Clothing, a brand that stands on its values very firmly and doesn't stray away from values. And I thought about this in the shower, it's silly, but let's call it the Labubu Tea. And there's this brand called the labubutea.com. I feel like someone's going to take this idea, but I don't know. It's not a good idea. The Labubu Tea. And basically their whole spiel, their whole idea behind the brand is they had this t-shirt with a Labubu on it because the Labubu is so huge right now. It's the big trend right now. And they sell this t-shirt for $200. They have a nice minimalistic website that they built with Shopify. They have an IG page that either they bought or they boosted up with followers, and they sent it to Justin Bieber or Hailey Bieber. They just paid to get it worn by one of those people, or they used AI to Photoshop it on them. Who cares at this point? Because that brand doesn't have any values. And let's say I was the one running this, and I started that brand. I think I could probably get 100K out of that easily, and I could so totally do that. I could totally just start this brand, boost it up, and do all that stuff. But if I drop that T and have that 100K, first of all, I think I would just blow that 100K. I would use that 100K to buy watches, go on fancy dinners, whatever. It doesn't even matter. And that money wouldn't even be useful. It just went to waste. And the second thing is it has no values. No one's going to stick with you. Let's say that trend dies. So does your entire brand. Because your brand was built on a fake trend. It was just built on a trend that came like this, and it's going to be gone like this. And that's the difference between my brand and current status of basically all of fashion. All of fashion wants the instant gratification. They want the quick buck. They want the fast track to success, and they're not willing to actually tend to the plant. Grow that plant from the ground up. Start with the values. Start building up stack by stack by stack by stack. And I will admit, it's very difficult to stick on this delayed gratification route. I look at my peers, and I have friends in the industry who went through this path, the instant gratification path. And I won't even lie, it looks nice. It looks glamorous. But I've seen how it will play out. I've seen how those brands just crumble like this. The brands that rise like this crumble like this. And I've seen the brands that actually go for the delayed gratification. They build a brand for 10, 15 years, and they struggle and they struggle and they struggle. And finally things click. And that brand, since it's had these roots and had this following for so long, that's what actually overcomes the instant gratification in the end. And it's hard to stick with it. I will admit, like I said, but I want to prove with this brand that the delayed gratification is the route to take over instant gratification. And that delayed gratification and having values are so much more important when starting a brand. And it's not even about the money. It's about passing down these values that the delayed gratification is what the next generation of creatives should take. I'm trying to inspire people to take delayed gratification. And obviously, I haven't hit that gratification at this point in my career. And again, it's difficult because I want that gratification. Obviously, I'm working towards it, but I know it's going to come way later. But all I'm trying to say is I know it'll be worth it, and I want to share this with someone who is taking that delayed gratification, and hopefully one day someone will watch this back and they're like, it was worth it. Or maybe one day I'll watch this back and I'll be like, the delayed gratification was worth it. Anyways, I designed this tee called Delayed Gratification. If you're interested in getting it, make sure you sign up. First link in the description, and put your email and your phone number in, and I'll send you an email in 1 week when it drops. So be sure to tune in to that as it drops. Thank you for watching this all the way to the end. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, follow, do all of it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.